world and how you see yourself. And this last one is one of the biggest infectors ever. It's almost as big as when I told you about Cinderella. It's the story of Sleeping Beauty. This is a doozy. And I have a few things to run by you as we get into this story, this fairy tale. But before I go on, please put in the comments below whether you're a client of mine and what your greatest new superhero strength is, because Sleeping Beauty was bestowed some gifts. Like my glass, iced tea. Okay, a few things about Sleeping Beauty. Let's just pretend for a second that Sleeping Beauty is a guy. Let's pretend for a minute that this guy was bestowed with beauty and song, and then Maleficent showed up, I'll tell you the story in a second, and cursed him that he was going to die by his 16th birthday. And then the last fairy godmother blessed him that he was going to be saved, that he wouldn't die on his 16th birthday, but he would just go into a sleep on his 16th birthday, and that he would be saved by his true love's kiss. That's how the story goes. I'll tell you more in a second. So just imagine this 16-year-old young man dying into a sleep-deep coma and waiting for his ravishing beauty to show up and save his life. Pretty good, right? Yeah. And that beautiful woman who came and saved his life was strong and had to fight back dragons and all sorts of evil things before she would get to him dying / sleeping in his tower. This beautiful princess saving the sleeping prince from dying with a magical kiss because she's so strong and powerful and he is rendered weak and useless. I know. If that sounds like your life, put your comment below. What if Sleeping Beauty were a guy? And this guy was rendered useless until the beautiful princess came and saved his life. Let's tell those fairy tales, shall we? Shall we tell those tales? Because that's the world that we're moving into, and that's the world of the new fairy tale. But let me just share with you what really does happen in this fairy tale. So what really does happen in this fairy tale is that a king and queen are looking to have a child, and they are so blessed to have a daughter. So they throw a big party, and they invite all the cool people. And that includes 3 fairy godmothers. It does not include Maleficent. When she finds out that she hasn't been invited to the party, she gets pissed off. But she doesn't find out until after the second fairy godmother blesses the young child, her name is Aurora, with beauty and song. In crashes Maleficent and puts a curse on this young baby. And the princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, but before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die. With a cruel laugh, the evil fairy vanished. Everyone in the room was grief-stricken. Oh no! But Merryweather, the good fairy, still had not made her blessing on the young princess, and said to the infant in her mother's arms, "If through this wicked witch's trick a spindle should your finger prick, not in death, but just in sleep, the fateful prophecy you'll keep And from this slumber you shall wake, when true love's kiss the spell shall break. I know. What a great spell. What a great magic spell that Meriwether put on this young princess, infant baby princess. Well, what happened is that as Princess Aurora began to grow, her king and queen parents decided to have her live in the safety of the woods so she wouldn't prick her finger on a spinning wheel and live with the fairy godmothers. So the three fairy godmothers raised this young princess. And don't you know, she pricked her finger at 16 from a thorn in the woods. Down she goes. Those fairy godmothers couldn't really save that from happening because Maleficent's spell was so strong. The evil in her life was so strong that she couldn't protect herself from it. Are we getting this, ladies? I mean, seriously, this is what we are telling young little girls? This is scary stuff. This is really super scary. That you're going to be hurt and injured no matter what. No matter how safe we try to make you, you're going to be injured. And you might die, but maybe there'll be a good spell on you that you won't die, and then maybe a man will save you. This stuff really ticks me off. In our workshop, in our 12-week transformational workshop, there is one charming princess, and it's yourself. There is one person responsible for you saving your life, and it's yourself. Sleeping Beauty is not to be rescued by Prince Charming. Sleeping Beauty can rescue her damn self. Okay? That's what you got going on. Your creator created you to be strong and powerful and awesome. And the maleficents of the world will do what they will do, but when you're playing it at the awesome level that you were born to play because your creator made you that way. Yes, your creator made you awesome. Now, you may not feel awesome. You may not be acting as awesome as you can in the world. You may have job trauma. You may have bully bosses, toxic bosses. You may have lost your job. You may have been playing small for way too long. You may have made excuses for yourself. All that. I get it. Okay, that happens. But now is the time to step it up and save your own damn life. Save your own self. Save your beautiful soul, yourself. There is no Prince Charming to save you. You are your savior. You and your divinity shall overcome anything and everything. And God didn't give you hardships to beat you down. God gave you hardships to lift you up. And maybe that's not how you feel, but you are a beautiful soul and you deserve to be lifted up. And you may not know how. The women who've been through our workshop, 700 plus women who've been through our workshop, they didn't know how. And there's no shame or blame in that because there's millions of Sleeping Beauty stories, but there is not a story of, hey girls, this is how to save your own damn life. Okay? Maybe we should write that book. Which, as I shared with you yesterday or 2 days ago, The Little Engine That Could. Oh no, that was yesterday. Little Engine That Could is the greatest story you can tell a kid. All right? Greatest story. The truth of Sleeping Beauty is that you are awesome, you can save yourself, and you don't need Prince Charming. You might want Prince Charming. I get it. Okay? But you don't need Prince Charming. You know the funny thing is that happens with the women who are single in our workshop? When they're vibrating at a high level in their soul and they're feeling awesome and kick-ass, it's then that the right person shows up. And we've seen it dozens and dozens of times. When you're vibing at a low place and feeling lousy about yourself, you're going to match up with someone who mirrors that to you. We have a woman in the workshop right now who, upon entering the workshop, realized that her husband was that type of person. And she's like, nope, this ends today. And she began basically taking charge of her life from the ground floor all the way up. She's right now navigating a promotion within her company, a company that she was ready to quit. She was ready to quit because she did not have the guidebook on how to fix it. She did not have the guidebook on how to lift her soul. Now she does. Now she does. She's got about 2 or 3 more weeks left in the workshop, and we're helping her navigate and negotiate that promotion and that new role. So she gets to enjoy continuity and feeling proud that she didn't give up on herself or on this company that she knows well. This is the story of redemption and resurrection that I want to tell as many times as I can, because I want to help inspire you. You can have a beauteous, gorgeous, beautiful life when you take charge of it yourself. You can begin that journey by booking your complimentary career clarity call, mofaul.com/dailymo. And we'll get started helping you take a look at your career and what's going on and what's happened. And perhaps what we're going to do is mirror, mirror on the wall. Because to show you the truth, to have you look with that eye of, yeah, it's a true, trusting, transparent conversation that we're going to have with you. And maybe it's the deepest conversation you've had with anyone in quite some time. I know for all of the women who have had the conversation and really leaned into it, they've told us it's the most powerful, impactful conversation they've ever had. And even not joining the workshop, they've told us that. And that's what we promise to deliver. If we think there's a great fit between what is going on in your career and what we do, we may offer our workshop to you if we believe that you're really ready to do that. If not, maybe there's something else that could help point you in the right direction of your beauty, your grace, and your power. I am here to help you learn the rules and the techniques and have the tools in your tool belt to conquer your career in a way that you haven't done yet on your own. Or perhaps once you had a place in your career that was really sizzling because you had the right boss or the right environment, and then it's just basically been a backslide ever since. And that was a woman I had last week on a clarity call. Over 8 years ago, she was playing at the level she should have been playing, and she lost that job, and she hasn't picked it up since. She's lost over $800,000 in additional earnings because she didn't have the rule book for lifting herself back up to that level. And she kept telling herself it was okay to settle. These stories break my heart, not just because of the money, but yes, that's important. If you think money's not important, what? Money is important to every family, to every future, to every household, to every person. Money is important. Please don't pretend it's not. It is. And the other thing that it's important is that it portends the level of contribution you're making in that organization. If you're at 120, but you should be playing at the 200 level, you're going to want to contribute, and they're going to be like, nope, thanks anyway. And they're going to be like, why does she keep doing that? Doesn't she know she's only a manager? Why does she keep pretending she's a vice president? Because you're thinking you have great ideas and experience. You're not in the right place. You gotta vibrate up here to play the game up here. And once we help you do that, your life is just gonna be so much better. So much better. You're gonna be awake beauty, because that's what we're going for. We're going for you being awake, you being awoken, and you being powerful, and you channeling the divine awesomeness inside of you for the rest of your life to be awesome. What a gift that is to not only yourself, but to everyone you encounter. Are your kids looking at someone who is an awoke, beautiful, powerful woman? Is that who your kids are looking at every day? Are your friends looking at that? Is your family? Because if that's not what they're looking at, you got work to do. You got work to do. Now, you don't have to have an awesome life, and you don't have to have a great life, but your creator is counting on you to do that. You were born into this existence to be awesome, to be great, to make a contribution worthy of your skills, your talents, and the natural strength that you have as a human being with uniqueness. You were born to make your unique contribution in this world, and we're all waiting for you to step up into that, because the world is better when you do. The world is better when you're awoke and powerful and beautiful and awesome as who you are. The world is better. Save yourself, because that's who saves Sleeping Beauty, is herself. That's the moral of this entire week. You have got to get yourself in the driver's seat. You have got to realize you're awesome, and you have got to marshal all of that into the real practical world to make things happen in a new and better way for you. Now is the time, because with this great awakening, with how fast life is traveling now, if you don't jump in, full out, play you're going to be left behind. And you're going to be telling stories of woe. And you're going to be wondering where Prince Charming is. And Prince Charming doesn't exist. It's the biggest freaking fairy tale on the planet. And it pisses me off that young girls and women have been told for hundreds of years, probably in a variety of different stories. I've told some of them this week that we need someone else to save us, and it's not true. You don't need anyone to save you or anyone to make decisions for you in your life. It is your life. You need to live it. Now, from time to time, people get upset at me for like calling them out or being too bold, or Mo, you just tell it like it is. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me is that I want you to be awesome. And I don't give up on my ladies. We fight for their awesomeness. And we do everything we can in our 12-week transformational workshop to help lift women forward. We have a woman who just graduated from our kick-ass workshop with a beautiful resume, LinkedIn profile, and a freaking awesome dose of confidence. It's going to take her for the rest of her life. This woman has been pushed down in the same company for 28 years. She's dyslexic. And that's been a source of shame and hiding for her. And we propped her up and gave her everything she needs to keep having an awesome career and to lift herself to the next level. She's funny, she's engaging, she's unique, and we love her so. And then there's a kick-ass woman who lost her $250K job, third time in a row, because she's too bold, she's too strong, and she didn't know how to contain and channel her energy. So she was too much, and she didn't know exactly how to be that level of executive. So now she took her career up 50K to a new city. She and her husband are moving into their dream forever home. They drove halfway across the country to her new job just a month ago, actually the beginning of this month. And she is starting a new life with a new dose of confidence and power and certainty that she is awesome. She plays at a really nice level in the corporate world, and she is freaking amazing. But she didn't know it before, and she doubted herself all the time. And that caused her powerful energy to be misused. So from that spectrum and all the stuff in between, and even spectrums different and outside of that, we help women claim their power and change their career forever. And if you want to pivot out of the corporate world and you've got some idea of what might be next for you, we'll help you with that as well. Sometimes that's just a Band-Aid for feeling bad about your current profession or job. We'll help you sort that out. We will help you see the truth in what's really going on so that you don't make a misstep in the wrong direction. And we've seen that happen. We've seen women who've made a misstep in the wrong direction and things not work out, and they've felt like a complete failure. So we'll help you see exactly who you are and get exact strategies for what is going to work for your career. But I can't help anyone until we really know what's going on and whether we're the right people to fix it. That's what the complimentary career clarity call is all about. And ladies, feel free to comment below. As a client, as someone who got your fix through us, perhaps what the biggest distinction was for you and how you became your own Princess Charming to save your life and to take it to the next level. I'd love to see some of your comments today. This has been a fun, great week for me. I hope you've enjoyed this series as much as I have. And please don't let the fairy tales of weakening you dictate your life for one more minute. Book your complimentary career clarity call at mofaul.com/dailymo. And we will take care of mirror, mirror on the wall. And we will make sure that we help you get a really, really good insight on exactly what's going on in your career and how to get to where you want to go. We will give you the biggest clarity that we can give you in that conversation. Our career breakthrough strategists are specially trained to help you see that. And when we do, and if there's a great fit and you're ready to do the work, it does take work and commitment. I never shy away from explaining that to people, because transforming your life after decades of living a certain way and taking it to the next level in 12 weeks, it takes some commitment. We'll help you sort out what that looks like, and we'll explain it all to you on the complimentary career clarity call. Again, that's mofaul.com/dailymo. And you can find all things Coach Mo at mofaul.com or at this Facebook page, or if you're listening to this in a podcast after it's aired live, please take a look at my website, mofaul.com, for all sorts of resources, training videos, etc. There are hundreds of YouTube and training videos that you'll find on my website and YouTube, as well as this. And I am going to keep messaging the world on how I can help you as a professional woman wake up to that beautiful level of your performance and your soul's beauty and power and grace, so that your life is awesome forever. That's what we do on my team, because that was my career and my lessons. I'm taking them to you. Happy to help lift all the women we have so far. And thank you, clients, for coming to my Facebook Lives and completely owning it and sharing and just being awesome. This is career coach Mo Faul, mofaul.com/dailymo for that complimentary career clarity call. We'll see you next time on Coach Mo's Facebook page and everywhere on the internet. It's mofaul.com. Bring your soul to work. Let's make it happen. Coach Mo here. See you next time.